over to you.
Okay, so this morning we'll be speaking, or I'm going to educate persons on the placement of number plates. A vehicle registration plate is also known as a number plate, a license plate, and it is a metal or a plastic plate attached to a motor vehicle or a trailer for official identification purposes. No matter where you go, wherever around the country, you always see a registration plate attached to a motor vehicle. Whether they are required for other vehicles, you must have a registration plate. The registration identifier is a numeric or alphabetical ID. So we have P and then we have the numbers behind it. And that identifies the vehicle. And of course, everybody knows everybody by their vehicle numbers. Positioning of the number plate. And Gcue, we have observed that a number of persons, owners, or drivers of motor vehicle have now moved the plates from the center position and placed them under the light all over the vehicle where you cannot identify the vehicle, and it's a problem. And so this morning, Regulation 6.3 of the Vehicles and Road Traffic Act 2020 speaks of the plate forming the identification mark shall be fixed on the motor vehicle in the position indicated, the particulars given in the application of registration. What that is saying, when a person's come to the traffic department, they fill the registration form, and at number 11 on that form, it states where the plates should go. And so the plate should be in the center of the front of the vehicle and the rear of the vehicle, not under the lights, not on your bonnet, not in your dashboard, but in the center and of the rear of the vehicle. However, if that person does not comply with that, they commit an offense. And so we as police officers have the powers to detain that vehicle. Also, Section 76(1) of the Vehicles and Road Traffic Act give all police officers that authority to detain a vehicle. And I shall read it out. It shall be lawful for any member of the police force to stop a vehicle on a road with a view to ascertain whether such vehicle is being used in contravention of this act or any regulations, and in the event of any vehicles and or cause it to be taken to any police station, there to be further examined or to be detained until the vehicles and drivers can be identified and the violation corrected. Some drivers feel as though if we stop them and we give them a ticket, we don't have the right to detain the vehicle. So this section of the law is where we get that authority from. So we could give you the ticket and still detain the vehicle because you are still driving with the violation. All right, and also Section 76(2) also state any person who refuses, and I repeat, any person who refuses to stop his or her vehicle when requested to do so pursuant to provision of the Section 1, that is Section 1 that I just spoke of this section, commit an offense and is on summary conviction liable to fine not exceeding $500. Also, they will be committing the offense of obstruction. So I'll hand over to my right hand for her portion.
Good morning, listening audience. And as the inspector spoke of the position of number plate, it also states that identification mark must be legible. So each number plate should be legible for the person who is either behind you, in front of you, and also the officers to see the number of that plate. And number 7 of the regulation states the identification mark upon any motor vehicle shall at all times be legible and shall not be obstructed by any other figure, design, or ornamentation. This means that nothing Absolutely nothing should be on that plate except the black and white plate, the green and white plate, the red and white. No ornamentation supposed to be on it. Some person want to put a flag, they want to put a design like, I think like a chain around it. Nothing. Nothing at all should be on it but just a black and white. So anything other than that, it's an offense.
Also, we have seen that person remove the number plates and put photos of the Lion of Judah. So much different things. They actually remove the plate from the center of the vehicle, and as I said earlier, put it on the side and put some kind of, whether GM, Autos, all sort of designs in the position where the plate ought to be. And it's a problem. And so we will have to deal with it accordingly. And as I said before, I state that the section that gives us the authority to seize vehicle, and also the section if a person doesn't comply.
And remember, these plates should be rectangular. You don't make it how you feel. And remember this size. You have sizes where each letters and numbers should conform to regulation. And the letter and figures must be white and ground, and the ground of the plate must be black. If it's a private, as I said, motor omnibus is green, rental is red, tax is yellow. And all figures and letters must be 3.5 inches high. Every part of every letter and figure must be 5/8 of an inch broad. And the total width of the space taken by every letter or figure, except in the case of the figure 1, must be 2.5 inches. So anything other than this, it is not conform to regulation. And most of the persons who are doing the plate have this. So if you go to anyone and you say you want it different than that, well, they're going to make it because that's what you said. But then the officers will pull you over and ticket you.
Mm-hmm. Also, those sticker number plates, they are not legal. And so we are taking a serious approach to the sticker number plates. Also, we would have recognized too that persons are now, how must I put it, flashing up the car, adding accessories. If you want to add accessories to the car, especially those front grille, those sporty car, kindly leave the space for the number plate. Leave the space for the number plate. That too, we have observed. People put on accessory on the cars. Also, we have some persons who normally go into the car shows, and once they already put on, they don't take off the accessories, and so that too we will also deal with.